All right, welcome to tonight's call. We're really excited to bring this to you guys and basically create a 24 team leader and 24-hour call for you guys to utilize for yourselves. And there's some really good information in here that we're bringing. Annie Reed and I are bringing to share with you guys. And it's going to be something really good for you guys to share with your advocates when you enroll them so that they can hit these goals to get their business started. So I'm going to pay attention to we have more people joining, so just bear with me if I get interrupted here. But okay, so let's just kind of break down quickly like team leader. Most of you guys know this, but in case you don't, this rank is so important, and we should be hitting it every month in our business. So just to break it down, it's the first rank in our business. It is the rank at which your upline can actually place people under you so that you can earn off of more volume. Okay, this is a game changer, you guys. If you, like I always say, when you come into this business, like if you can hit team leader as fast as you can, that's not to rush anyone or pressure anyone, or it will happen and it can happen as you do the things. But it's so important because it really starts to build that solid foundation so that your upline can actually place people under you, and help gift you people. And this is just such an incredible thing and one of my favorite things about this business. So we can actually help everyone win. And that's a main piece of why we just love it here so much. And then the next thing is this is actually the rank at which you're going to earn a $100 bonus. And you can actually receive this two different times. So in your first 60 days, if you hit team leader, you get a $100 bonus. If you hit team leader again, you get another $100 bonus. Okay. So if you just basically duplicate that, you're able to get that bonus again, which is really awesome on top of your commissions that you're earning for actually enrolling these people. Right. So let's break down how simple this is to actually hit in the first place. All right. You need two people just like you who want to start their journey. They want to start their journey with hemp. Maybe they want to take a different approach to their health, because whether you realize it or not, the world is really taking a different approach to health. And when they realize, and they are starting to realize, and we obviously know that this is growing very rapidly, they're going to want to be a part of this. Technically, this is a ground floor opportunity. Just to reiterate, anything under like the 15,000 mark for advocates, and we have like less than 10,000 active advocates, is considered ground floor. So this is a massively, it's debt free. We're a debt free company. So this is a debt free, massively growing opportunity. Okay. Or maybe they just want a deep discount on the products. Okay. Which is still a really great way to get people enrolled, because then it's like you're just helping them get a lot of product to try. And we know this is a little bit of trial and error, messing with the products and seeing what works, and all of that. So this is a really great way for them to get started in that way too. Okay. So every single one of us, I just want to like breathe belief and life into you. Every single one of us here can find two people this month to become a part of this. Okay. But the question is like, will you actually go for it? Will you say, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to find two people. Will you allow yourself to be loud and excited about what we're doing so much that you share it with multiple people you know? Because I feel like there is one secret to this business. One. And that's if you can hit team leader, and you all can, some of you already have, you can build this business to infinity, because this business is no more than hitting team leader over and over and over again. Then, of course, showing your new advocates how to do that too. So, even like every single month, I try to hit team leader, right? It's like I just hit that over and over again so that I can move people to my team and help them, but also it's just that consistent action. So I just want to share this because I think that this is something just transparent to share, and something that you'll find interesting. So, across the board, we haven't really been having a ton of people hit team leader and rank advance in ratio to the amount of people that were enrolling. And I thought this was interesting. And so we kind of got to talking as leaders, like, okay, why is this? Now there's a lot of variable. Uh, there's a lot of variables to this, right? But again, we did launch the onboarding system. That's going to be a game changer. So now we have that in place. But in order for people to really move forward and help them start creating an income, we have to increase this goal, because trust me, people are leaving like so much income on the table and really missing the boat with not hitting this rank. And it's just very simple to do. It's just kind of taking that action. So if we think about the longevity of our business, then team leader is so important. And I don't know about you, but the long game is really important for me, to really create that solid business, that foundation, the long-term, residual income, and just building that as a team. And it's really the sure way to grow. Not to mention, you get to celebrate this company and the mission with advocates you bring in. And when people experience our culture here and how warm and welcoming it is, they just understand how special it is. But we can't get people to experience it if we don't share, right? So how do we do all of this? So we've kind of nailed in like team leader, what that means, why it's important. So how are we going to actually go about that? So I feel like the simplest thing is it's your decision. Um, every month, so Green Compass, obviously most of us know that Green Compass has what's called a 5 and 2 method, where every month you strive to find 5 PCs, so 5 preferred clients that are going to jump in and try the products on a monthly basis. And then we have the 2 advocates that you're going to enroll, right? So the 5 and 2 method is such a smart way to just, there's nothing fancy about it. It's literally just basically a benchmark for you each month that is going to continuously solidify this foundation and build this long-term growth that we're all looking to do together with this incredible company. So, and another thing is just FYI, PCs become your best advocates, right? So you're going to have customers and they're going to come in and they're not going to want to have anything to do with the business, because they're just like, I'm not about this. This isn't for me. Whatever, right? They're going to have some maybe idea or perspective about why this won't be for them and why this business isn't something they're interested in. But then when they're exposed to the products, they try them, they love them, they see maybe a little bit more, right? Then a lot of times those become our best advocates. All right. So that's why this goal is so important. So I know some of you are like, a lot of you that are going to be watching this are new here, and you might be like, whoa, like, I don't even know. Just seems like a lot. But this is the best time in your business to hit this goal, because you're excited. You're new, you're excited, it's fun. You have this momentum. You're just like kind of like on fire about this. And so it's so important to just run out of the gates on fire about this, so that you can share these products and what they've done for you and what they can do for others. And it's really fun, and you just become more confident as you share. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. Um, I like to say, Annie and I did this similar training at my house last weekend for an in-person team training. And, I was saying, I like to say that we're the fastest growing team in Green Compass. And I really think that we are. And we're really proud of that. But you know why? I feel like the reason that we are the fastest growing team is simply just because we're on fire for what we're doing and for what this is doing and will do for all of humanity in their healing. And, you can try, and this is a big piece of the decision in you going for team leader, and the decision of you going for any rank in this business is, and here's where I'm at, is you can try to convince me otherwise, but I don't believe that there's another product out there that can impact and balance the body like this. And if you believe that too, then that's all you need to build this. But like I always say this, but do you understand what you're holding in your hand? Like, you have this we're at this right timing with this product that nobody else has, with this incredible momentum, so many things. And we can't just we can just keep it and we can just hold on to it, or we can actively reach out and share this with other people. So I want you to be thinking about kind of this little exercise is like with this kind of first point is like your decision, right? Your first little exercise is to be thinking about who desperately needs this community and income and these products. And then I want you to make your decision today that this is the month that you're going to go for it. And maybe you're not new. and maybe you're just watching this because you're trying to recommit to your business and you're trying to, which is totally cool because we've all done that, and you're trying to just kind of like dig back in. That's okay too. And I want you to think about what this decision could look like a year from now. And, had I not made that decision a little over a year ago, I would have absolutely no idea. Like I couldn't even fathom what was possible for our team. And I would have never also been given, or I guess caught the bug of having the passion for hemp wellness and really to be able to be doing God's work together, which is just so important to me. And so this one decision to share this has impacted me in more ways than I could ever put into words. And I know so many of you feel that way too. And it's just such a beautiful thing. So there's the first one, your decision. I want you to think about that. I want you to write it down and I want you to be on fire about it and believe in yourself that this is so possible for you in whatever capacity. And then the next thing is number two is I want you to share a piece of your story and educate every single day. And this is really just a no-brainer. People just don't know unless they know. And you might think every day, like, I don't know about every day. And okay, maybe not every single day, right? Like, let's be realistic. We're all humans. We have a bunch of different things going on in our lives, but it's going to take you showing up every day to, like, I just had an advocate join me and she had been watching me for a year and it took her a year to join and to dive into this, and she's having the most incredible results, and it just took her a while, but I didn't stop showing up. I kept showing her what was possible with this and why this product is so incredible. So maybe you don't feel equipped or like like you have very much to share. I remember a time when I felt like I just didn't have very much and it was like I don't really have, much to share, or I don't know a lot. Even when I came into this, I had experience in this type of business, but I had no experience in sharing CBD and really what it did and worked in the body and all of that. So I really encourage you to dive in because none of us knew anything until we just started picking up nuggets and things. Dive into the boards, use the onboarding system, dive into team calls. There's opportunity calls. There's literally, you'll pick up so much nuggets to share. And I mean, there's resources for days. You could never not have enough to learn and to just become equipped, but don't allow yourself to fall into like that paralysis of just like, I have to know more before I can share. Trust me, right now in this moment, there's some reason you're here. There's some reason you want the products, that you love them, what they've done for you. There's some reason that you're drawn to this. That's the first nugget to share, because I guarantee someone out there right now is feeling a similar way and they might be drawn in the same way. And you feel like too, I think, we all can relate to the fact that we feel like people might get sick of what we're sharing, but that's none of our business, right? We're just here to consistently try to educate and try to help people understand why this could literally completely change so much for their life. And they don't know why they need Green Compass. They have no idea. And so that's why, that's where we come in to show them. And you won't show them like by just staying quiet. So use your story today, from what the products have helped you with. And trust me, those people will come. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time, and have some patience with yourself too. And just trust this process. So I want you to kind of think about a tiny piece of your story that you're holding on to that could really benefit somebody today with whatever it is that you're going through, right? And so I encourage you to share that and put that out there tonight or tomorrow in the next, 12 to 24 hours, to put that out there and just start that compiling that piece and over again each day. I always say this, but your story is going to sound different today than it will in 6 months, right? We all go through different things, but I always say, like, it's just going to feel different. It's going to be different on your heart, but you can never go wrong with sharing your heart and what's just impacted you, because it's going to impact other people, just one voice. So I'm going to turn it over to Annie. She's going to go over impact and income with us. And so I'm going to let her cover that.
All right. Hi, guys. I am so excited to share. I have been doing some math. So I'm going to share some numbers with you. But first, let's dig into impact. So as Tabitha said, everybody's here for a reason. And in my prior business, I did a lot of professional development. One of the things I really dug into was personality types. And I learned a very important lesson early on in my last business that not everybody is wired like me. And when I try to motivate other people, sorry, my dog is snoring very loudly now. When I try and motivate other people the same way I'm motivated, sometimes that turns people off. And I'm going to do a training call about that in December. But there are people here for the income and there are people here for the impact. And neither one is right or wrong. It's you, whatever this business is for you and your family, what you want to make out of it. But I want to dive into both of those and really show you what's possible here so you can figure out what your path is in this business. Like I said, my best person that was like my ride or die in my last business was very motivated by impact, not income. And once I realized that and I started helping her see what she could do, she took off. And I'm telling you, she helped so many people. And the same thing goes here. So for impact, as Tabitha said, the monthly goal with Green Compass is 5 customers, 2 advocates. So that's a really attainable goal for everybody to set and hit every month and to help your business grow. And, you know, if you miss it, if you're a little short, hey, you've moved the needle forward, but at least you are moving your business forward every single month. So I think it's important to know us as human beings, you know, we're all here because we needed to manage our stress better, manage our nervous system better. We can only help so many people realistically and do a good job at that before we take ourselves down the other path of stressing ourselves out again, which we don't want to do. So, you know, we can help so many people effectively. And when it gets over a certain amount, and everybody is a little bit different on what that looks like, but then we don't do as good of a job servicing our clients like we like to. So say it's just you and your goal is 5 customers every month. In 1 year, you've helped 60 people. And that's amazing. I think everybody in this call really is here because you just wanted to help one person. So to help 60 is amazing. Goal achieved, right? Okay, let's look at this business as we add a team, as we hit team leader, as we do that month after month. So say this month, you help 5 people, you bring in 2 advocates, and they each help 5 people. So now you went from you by yourself helping 5 people to you and your team helping 15 people. So now in a year, you're helping 180 people. Like, look at the impact of you and 2 more, 180 people. So let's take it out further. You and 10 people, 55 customers a month, 660 a year. Okay. It's getting crazy numbers now where you're like, what? You plus 20, you and a team of 20, that's 105 people a month. That's 1,260 people a year. And this is just like average numbers off of average orders. I don't know about you, but the thought of being able to help over 1,000 people in a year's time is like, you know, I think we all think we're not capable of it, but we are when we work together. And so I did the math on Tabitha's team last month. How many people did we help collectively, this team, last month in the month of October? Like, feel free to drop it in the chat because I would love to know what you guys' guesses are. But in 1 month, I don't know if they've dropped any, but I'm going to give you the answer. In 1 month, the team helped 1,133 people. 1,133 people in 1 month. So, and that's growing every month. So that's the impact of Tabitha's one decision to join Green Compass, then hit team leader and do it over and over and over again. That's how we all got here. So I just want you to really dream big and think of what is the impact that you want to make? Like, what do you want to tell your kids that you did in this business? And yes, we all want to help one, but how many more do you want to help? How many advocates will you need on your team to get there? Like, I just think it's the most amazing tool, that the only way we can help a tremendous amount of people is with each other. Like, we can't do it any other way. So that's your one action item in my impact, is like, how many people do you actually want to help in a month, in a year? And what does it look like to get there? Now my big dog's barking and I hope the little dog doesn't. So, the next thing I'm going to run into real quickly is income. And like I said, there's some of you here that like, when we start to talk about money, you're like, I'm not here for that. Like you check out. Well, I don't want you to check out. I want you to check in because I want you to realize when you help a lot of people, the opposite effect of that is you can grow a substantial income from home and you can grow any kind of income in this business. So we have some graphics in the boards app, and this is where I'm pulling this from. But one of the graphics is it's like breakdowns of how you can earn so much in your first month, you're based on what you do. So one of the graphics says 5 customers and 2 advocates with the $300 kit is $462. And that doesn't include your commissions. So you're making, I didn't do the math on the commissions. You're definitely making over $500 with 5 customers, 2 advocates. You should make over $500. Where was I going with this? My second note doesn't add up with that. Okay. So month 1, 5 customers, 2 advocates. You're definitely making over $500. You're starting to build a team. Team leader is where you actually, what I would like to call open your business, right? Because when you hit team leader, you unlock your organizational tree, you unlock your team volume to be paid on that. And until you're a team leader, you can't really have anybody placed underneath you. If you have team volume and you're not a team leader, it rolls back up to the company that month. Like you don't get paid on that volume. And we don't, like, I love Green Compass, but I want you to get paid on the volume underneath you. So that's why team leader is so important. Another thing that's coming down the pipeline, I don't know exactly when they're going to put it into place. They're changing our compensation a little bit for commissions. And when you are a team leader, you will make 30% commission on your PC sales. So that in itself is going to be huge. You will want to be team leader so you get that 30% commission, because right now it's tiered based on your sales. So that's a big bump based on, instead of it being based on you sell $1,000 a month, you get this percentage. You're going to get a flat rate 30% if you're a team leader. So that's huge. As you rank up in this business, as you hit team leader and you do it again and again, that starts to unlock more of your organizational tree. Okay. So when you're team leader, you get paid on the first 2 levels of your organizational tree. There's a whole compensation call to go all over this of like what rank opens up what level of your tree. But essentially, yep, there we go. Hold on. Sorry. Kids and dogs. Kids are getting home, dogs are barking. So let's dive into a little bit of the math I did for you guys to see income. And it's not perfect because it's, everybody's business looks a little bit different. But let's say it's you and your team leader. You have 2 people underneath you. Those 2 people both help 5 customers with like an average $150 order. Your team volume that month would be $1,500 or 1,500 TQV or team volume. We get paid like between 4 to 6%. It depends on the levels. There's all these different things that changes that percentage, but roughly that's like a $75 bonus for you, $900 in a year. So let's do the same thing we did with the impact. Let's math this out a little bit more. So it's you, and now you have 10 advocates underneath you. Those 10 advocates are all helping 5 people. So this is an ideal world, right? Most of our advocates help various amounts of people. Not everybody is going to help 5, but you and 10 advocates all help 5 people. Now your team volume is 7,500. That's roughly like $375 that month or $4,500 that year. So I think we could all take an extra $4,500 in a year. That's a vacation. That's paying down debt. That's Christmas. That's all kinds of things for different families. So let's do that same math again. You plus 20 advocates helping 5 people a month. That's 15,000 in TQV. That's actually what you need for director. So, and you can get to director, which is the top 1% of the company, in my math with 20 advocates, but that might not even be 20 advocates you add. That might be advocates that your advocates add. But anyway, you plus 20, 15,000 TQV, $750, $9,000 a year. So that's just like the basics of what you can do as you build a team, as you grow, as you hit team leader over and over again to really grow that income. Sorry, I got to switch my screen. I was a black screen. I couldn't see anybody. so, um, so that's just a little bit of rough math. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys in all those numbers, but I wanted to show you what's possible when you set that goal to hit the 5 and 2 every single month and teach that to your downline. And with our new advocate onboarding, it's so easy for you. It kind of removes that barrier of, I think a lot of people get really intimidated to grow a team and not know how to mentor a team, or what do I do with this person after I sign them? Well, now we have this new advocate onboarding that you can plug them into that's going to walk them through the exact same training. Every single person will go through the exact same training, have the same resources, hit the ground running at the same speed with that tool. So all you need to do is really serve your advocates serve your customers really, really well, because our best advocates come from our customers. And you'll be able to hit the 5 and 2 and repeat it month after month and expand that volume. And so your action item in the income is what kind of income would make a difference in your family? Is it $500 a month? We talk about this all the time, but in this economy with inflation and all the things that are crazy these days, what would $500 do for your family? What would $1,000 do for your family? What would $2,000, $5,000, $10,000? There are people making unbelievable amounts of money, 30,000, probably 100,000 in this business. Anything is possible. And I don't want you to discount yourself. I don't want you to count yourself out, because there are several women on this team that have came from other businesses that have built that kind of income, myself included. And when I started building an income like this, that wasn't my end goal. My initial goal in 2011 was to get my family off of public aid. It was $700 a month, like $700 a month got us off of public aid. And that was my very first business goal I ever set. And I could tell you everything about where I was in the room that day when I set that goal, and how I felt, and how I visualized it, all of the things. And then I hit that goal and I was like, okay, it was an ego boost. Like, okay, I can do that for my family. Like, what else can I do for my family? And I was on an extended maternity leave. My daughter just had open heart surgery. So there was a lot of things in play. I didn't want to go back to work. And I was like, okay, what could I do next? What could I do next? And so I really want you to approach your business in that way, and look at it of what can I set for a goal this month for myself, and what can I do? And then once you do it, push yourself, see what's possible, because chances are many of you are like a lot of us, where you kind of been put in boxes your whole life of what other people have told you you're capable of, what other people told you could do. And you just need to break out your box cutter and break yourself out of that box and set the goals and lean in and see what you actually can create for your life and for your family that looks differently. And I just love the fact that, by doing that, you get to make an impact, whatever impact you want to leave on this world, you actually get to make that impact, but you can also financially reward your family with that too. And I mean, you can give it all to charity too. If the money isn't motivating you, you can start a nonprofit, all of the things. So that really is what I had to share. So I'm going to open it back up to Tabitha and see if there's anything else we need to add for you guys tonight.
No, I think that's great. I love that story, Annie. Thank you for sharing that. Just your kind of a little bit of your story and how you know broke out of your box and I love that perspective. And you know, really, this is one last thing is just you know if we don't ever know how many people it's going to take for us to reach out to or to talk to until someone's going to say yes. Nobody has that secret code. Nobody like it might be 40 people that you might have to talk to before someone says yes. But it might be five. Like you just don't know. And you know, I just feel I think one of the things that motivates me so much is just looking for that person. Like I know there are people out there just like me, just like you know, and I hear it over and over again with these testimonies that come in that just bring me to my knees with gratitude because I know that person on the other end of that is receiving so much healing and hope that they've never had. And to me, that's like just the glue to this business and to that kind of driving force of you being able to impact and share this with people. So we wish you the best. Go out there and just start asking. You will never know if you don't just ask the question. You'll never know who needs this. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate you so, so much. And we'll talk soon. Thank you guys.